This woman has to break up tons of coal with a hammer every day. The coal comes from India and has a high sulfur content and is used for firing bricks, at least 3 tons a day. There are more than 4,000 traditional brickworks like this one in Bangladesh. Together they emit 3 million tons of CO2 annually. That amounts to half of the country's entire greenhouse gas output. The fire in the kiln must not be allowed to go out. It has to be stoked every 20 minutes. The brickworks are located on land that is flooded every summer. Then there's no work for anyone here.
I go home to my family during the rainy season, 300 kilometers to the south. Then I work for 6 months selling vegetables.
About a third of Bangladesh is flooded every year during the monsoons. The country is one of the world's poorest. 38% of the population lives below the poverty line. A few kilometers outside the capital Dhaka, a project demonstrates how bricks can be made in a way that's kinder to the environment. At this modern brickworks, 70% of the coal is mixed into the clay before firing, and herein lies the trick. The coal burns so much better that only half as much is needed, and that saves 2,900 tons of carbon dioxide a year. Saddam Hossain has been working at the brickworks for 3 years. He operates the mixer. The machines were imported from China.
The working conditions are good, even if I only make minimum wage.
10,000 raw bricks are molded here each hour.
I feel good here. The work's much better than in the clothing industry, for example. The wages are enough to live on. I manage on the money I get. And I only have to work 8 hours a day instead of 10 to 12 in other places.
The concept for the brickworks is from China. World Bank funds are used to inform more people in Bangladesh about this type of factory. But the biggest problem in Bangladesh is the electricity supply. Current has to flow for at least 5 hours a day, or else production falls behind, as the Chinese manager of the brickworks knows only too well.
Some day, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours electric power, but some day, long time stop. Long time the power stop.
The raw bricks are placed in the kiln in layers and then fired. The bricks then bake from the inside, because most of the coal is in the brick itself. The entire plant costs a total of 750,000 euros. There are only 10 modern brickworks like this in operation in Bangladesh, says the project's marketing manager. So far, only a few brickyard operators have chosen to go down the climate-friendly route.
Actually, they don't know the type of business. They think in here it's a low-profile business. The traditional bricks owners are doing as a lower-profile business, and now we show them and we manage them to understand that this is a profitable business. You can come here and do it. You can earn money, lot of money, and you can save our energy.
But for some of the workers, it's still a pretty dirty job. They can't avoid inhaling a lot of smoke.
As this is a pilot project, and we built it for the experiment, and we found that if we build the dry tunnel little bit more, then the smoke, then the little smoke is coming down, coming out from the dry tunnel.
Most of the workers live close to the factory. Saddam Hossain can even go home for lunch. There's chicken with rice today. There are also energy-saving ways of processing rice. 40 million tons of rice are harvested in Bangladesh each year, making it the world's fourth largest rice-producing country. The rice is parboiled in hot steam at the rice mills. Rice husk is the main fuel used in the parboiling process. But here, the husk is blown into the furnace by an electric motor. That's one of the reasons why this oven uses only half as much fuel as a regular one. It's been developed by engineers at the GTZ Technical Cooperation Agency using German development aid.
Here is complete burning taking place, so more heat is being released. This way, a small husk is consumed compared to that one. This is from the energy efficiency part. And other thing is heat loss prevention. This boiler is covered with insulation.
The green boiler costs 400,000 Bangladeshi taka, or 4,200 euros.
This boiler's been running for 2 years. The acquisition costs were recouped after just 6 months.
Another bonus for this rice mill owner, he can sell the unused rice husk to other farmers in the vicinity. They use the husk to cover the floor of their chicken coops or for cooking. Most of the parboiling systems in Bangladesh still look like this. But the first steps have been taken, though many people have yet to be convinced that going green also makes economic sense.